starts, and for our words on Wednesday, I want to talk about the word Hanukkah, because we call the holiday, not the holiday, we call the holiday Hanukkah, but we haven't actually always been particularly good about saying what Hanukkah means. And to understand the word, you kind of have to know the story. So the Hanukkah story that we know, there's a lot of different versions, but one of the versions that we know, all the versions that we know, involve the Maccabees fighting the Greeks, and then when they finally defeat the Greeks, they come to the temple, and they find that the temple in Jerusalem has been made impure. So the Greeks have done stuff, they've taken some of the things away from the temple, they've used the altar for sacrifices that Jews at this time wouldn't have thought were acceptable to sacrifice, pigs, things like that. So they get to the temple and they need to clean it up, and they go through a process of purification. The purification process ends with rededicating the temple, saying, okay, we've cleaned it up, it's ready for use for Jewish purposes once more. And that's what Hanukkah as a word means. It means dedication or rededication. Not dedication necessarily like, oh, I'm dedicated to this cause, but in this case, dedication as in I am dedicating this thing to a particular activity. So we are dedicating, in their case, the Maccabees would have said, we are dedicating the temple back to Jewish use, and that process of dedication or rededication is called Hanukkah, which comes from a Hebrew root, chet nun kaf. Chet nun kaf means dedicate or dedication or rededication, and so Hanukkah is how you say dedication, the process of dedicating something. But that root, chanach, chet nun kaf, has a bunch of other uses in Hebrew, and it's maybe neat to know some of those things. So first of all, the Hanukkah menorah is a special menorah. So menorah just means candelabra, like a light fixture kind of thing. And in the temple, there were 7 branched menorahs. So menorah just means a thing that holds lots of lights. The Hanukkah menorah has a special Hebrew name. It's Chanukiah, which is basically a thing connected to the holiday for Hanukkah, right? So Chanukiah is a Hanukkah menorah. There's another word that tells you a little bit more about what Hanukkah kind of is about, and that is the word chinuch. So chinuch comes from chet nun kaf, again. Chinuch is actually a word that means not just dedication, but education. So when people teach education, you go to a college to learn how to be a teacher, you learn how to do chinuch. There are several different medieval Jewish books, each called Sefer HaChinuch. One of them lists all of the different commandments. They try to figure out how to get to 613 commandments, because rabbinic tradition says there are 613 commandments. Sefer HaChinuch is one version of people trying to figure out what those 613 commandments are. But chinuch also just refers to education. So because education is the idea of dedicating your mind, of dedicating your attention to learning something, chinuch is the word that means in modern Hebrew today just education. Go and get an education, chinuch. So Hanukkah means dedication or rededication. Chinuch is education, the idea that it's connected to the idea of dedicating yourself and dedicating your mind to learning. And Chanukiah is the special Hanukkah menorah that we use to mark the 8 nights of Hanukkah. So there you go, our words on Wednesday: Hanukkah, Chinuch, and Chanukiah. I'll see you next time. Bye.